I want to show you how we can use GIS to layer shapefiles, and so we can see a couple of different variables at one time. Usually that's quite difficult as the shapefiles tend to cover over one another, but I'll show you one sort of exception that we can use. For right now I'm going to get rid of the facility data that we've been working with, and we're just going to be working with our shapefile of census tracts here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this shapefile. I'm just going to right click on it, copy, and then go up to the layers area here, right click and paste layer. You can see that it's been replicated. Again, you can check and uncheck as needed, so I could shade this one by a different variable. This one is currently %Latino. I could make this one %Black. Again, the problem though, given that they're both a shading graduated colors, they're covering over one another. So what I want to do on this top one is, instead of doing graduated colors under the symbology tab, I'm going to go to dot density, and then I can scroll down, and what I want to do is I want to display a variable through dots, as you can sort of see here. And I'm just going to pick a variable here. Let's just do vacant housing units, and what we do is just highlight that and click it over. And the default usually is dot size will be 2, and then you can set the dot value. I'm going to leave it at 20. Sometimes each dot will just equal one particular case. You might want to do 1 dot equals 1 murder, for example, or 1 dot equals 1 traffic accident. But for vacant housing, you might want to leave it at 20 or so on. You might have to go in and play around with the dot size and the dot value, otherwise you might not be able to see through them. But we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And I obviously need to check it there. So you can sort of see, blue's a little hard to see, so I'll go back in here and change the color. And usually I'll just double click right here and change the color, and here we'll change it to a bright red. The other thing you want to make sure is that your background isn't a particular color. You want to be able to see through and past those dots. If I were to make it a yellow background, that's what would be behind the dots, and it would cover over your %Latino in this case. So make sure that that's no color, and in fact on the boundaries we can even get rid of those as well. It doesn't matter because they'll see through and see the boundaries from the other one. So we can go ahead and hit OK again. There we go. That's one way in which you can sort of display a couple of variables at the same time. Hope that is helpful to you.